All right, so here's another section at Silmos that's the perfect example of what a lot of what you find here on the East Coast too. Is it's a little flowy section with a few little rocks in it, and you've got to really get your head up and look at what's coming up. So when I'm coming through a section like this, I've got my head up, and actually the line I'm looking at as I'm coming over this rock, but then as I'm coming over this rock, I'm actually looking at this next hill up here, because I don't want to spot what's immediately in front of me, but I don't want to process what's coming up typically right after that, because I'm going through it pretty fast, and that'll actually get you going in the right direction. So I've got my head up, I'm watching my gear, so I'm not spinning too fast, I'm not spinning too slow, right around 80 RPM typically. And then I'm watching where my pedals are at. Obviously you've got some rocks here, so you got to keep them pretty flat, and you've got to be pedaling back and forth, which actually takes a little practice. But ideally you want those pedals so they're not hitting these rocks, and you're going through the trail and you're looking ahead. So I'm going through here, and I'm actually taking the outside line around that flat rock right there, which sets me up for the next line. And then actually right over that, there's another rock, and most people would want to go around that rock to the left, but the best line is actually straight through it. And you say, well, what the hell, I'm going over a rock, it's not easy. Well, to tell you the truth, if you have a 29er full suspension, such as the Felt Edict I've got, a lot of times that bike will do a lot more than you think it can handle, and with the right momentum. So you've got to have the momentum, and then if you take the positive mindset on top of that and just tell yourself you can do it, a lot of times you go right over that rock and it'll set you up right for that next turn. Once again though, a lot of that comes down to using the fear you get from sections like that, and instead of panicking and saying I can't do this, using that fear and saying I can do this, I've done this before, my bike can handle it, and just going right through it. So once again, looking up, when you're going through a trail like this, you want to look up, spot what's coming up, probably right after the thing you're going over right now, the section you're going over right now. Try to pick your line ahead of time, pick a gear that gives you about 80 RPM, watch your pedals so they don't hit these rocks, and then be confident, go right through it. I love going fast through this, especially on a 29er full suspension. I feel like the faster I go, the more fun it is, as long as I'm controlled. So you've got to keep a controlled pace there, but going faster through sections like this will actually get you through it a lot more fun and a lot easier than you think it might be.